welcome to another video. And yes, you see that we are continuing with the same file we're working with, where we have customer, product, and sales loaded. Okay, if you missed out on previous video, I advise you to check it out. It's very important to check it out so that you of course I could have attached the last video where we loaded the data, but we have done a couple of things after that so that we can be on the same page. I will advise you check back the previous videos before now. So the link to all the previous videos should be in the description below, so that when you're done with this or before looking at this, you go back to that, check it out, and then you come back to this. Right. So what we want to do in this one is to complete our Power Query exploration, and also see if in our data preparation process we can create new columns that will add more value to our data. All right, so let's jump into Power Query. We'll click on transform, and yes, we're now back in Power Query. Just like that, expand, open, load here. So now I'll just expand this, and yes, okay, so now we have it expanded. I'll just collapse all of these so it looks neat. All right, so these are the tables we have. Now from the customer table, is there anything we'd like to do? Maybe create new columns while trying to explore the options here. All right, it's all good here. We don't have anything to do. I remember this country column as well. It's not needed. Okay, we can also take it out. Why? They are all from the United States. We don't have multiple different countries in here, so we can just take this out. All right, so let's go to products. Is there anything we want to do? Furniture, everything looks good. And for the sales, order line is fine. We have the order ID, of the order date, we have the ship date, ship mode, customer ID, product ID. Everything looks good so far. But if we pay attention to this column, we'll see that we can also create new column from this particular one. Okay, we can create new column from this particular column. And what is the new column we can create? If you notice that we have the year appended, that means we can extract the year of the data, 2019, from this column. Let's just scroll down and see. So you can see if we have another year, see 2020 is also there. So that means from this column, if we do not have the a date column like this, we can extract the year from this one. But since we have it here, we can also extract the year from this column. But in this case, we do not need the year of the sales. We'll be needing the entire date. All right. What else can we extract? The first two characters, and that signifies the sales channel. We want to know if it's online sales channel or offline. If the sales happened via online, online platform, or it's happened offline, walking or whatever it is. That's just the basic assumption. Do we assume? Most times we will not probably assume. We ask the data custodian, the owner of the data, whoever is in charge. Okay, we found this in your data. Who can we speak to? What does it mean? And you get explanations, clarifications. All right, that's a very important thing to keep in mind. So in this case, we want to extract the first two characters, and of course, you probably know how to do that already. We can either go to this place, and we look for extract, split, but we don't want to split, we just want to extract, right? So I'm gonna right click, and then from here we have the chain type. So you see chain type, replace values, split columns, by delimiter, and lots more. But I want to extract, and I want to extract into a new column. I want to keep this order ID, so I'm not going to use the extract option from the transform. You remember that from the last video? Good. So I'll go to add columns, and I'll click on extract. So I'll just say, let's just say first character or before delimiter. So do not forget, what did I click again? extract first characters. So consider this a left function in Excel, because it already knows the column. Because I clicked on that column, you can see it's highlighted all the way down. It already knows the column. So how many characters? I want to extract 2. Now click on OK, and you can see it has extracted the first 2 characters, and the name of that column is what? He called it first characters. So I'll just say sales channel. Right, now if you notice that it's created a new step for me, let's take it out first and see if we can edit directly the mQuery code. All right, as they say, do not try this at home. You know, when you're seeing a WWE video of wrestling, I don't know if I should call it performance act or entertainment show, whatever it is. They tell you, or you see some action movies, they tell you, oh, please don't do this at home. Right, so let's say directly we want to call it sales channel. What am I doing? Let me show you again. This is what is there, right? First characters, and that is the title of our column. Okay, but we don't want that title, and we notice that when we renamed ourselves, it changed. So I want to see if we can directly rename from this place and have that changed. So this is let's take it out, sales channel. Let's enter. Just use your command button. Oh, that's nice. So you didn't have 2 steps for us. How sweet. Now you're now working like a pro. How do you feel? All right, that's nice. So we don't have to have a new step for that. We just edited the mQuery and it's all looking good. We don't have any issues, no error. Everything is fine. So what's the last thing we want to do? We now want to change all the OF to, because if we click on the drop down, you see we have ON and OF. So OF will be offline, ON will be online. So let's do that. We can right click on it and just click on replace values. Don't forget that all of these things are not so serious. Yeah, for the first time you might feel intimidated, but I've broken it down for you. Nothing serious. They just feel free to explore, do a lot of things. But this is a crash course, so we're not be going like A to B to C to all the way down. No, we have used a very good data already. We have seen different complications we can have and all of that. But in the full video, in later videos where we'll do more, it will be like a course, just like the previous ones on Excel and the SQL that is ongoing. The SQL is still ongoing, so it will be more like a course where it will be in chunks. In that way, you also see how we connect the Power BI to a database without pulling out the file, without exporting the file. So we can connect Power BI directly to, for example, Postgres, pgadmin that we've been using in SQL. So our data lives in pgadmin, but it's connected to Power BI. Okay. All right, back to what we want to do. Click on replace values and value to find. I want to find out the OF, capital OF. I will say, okay, capital OF. I want to replace them with what? Offline. Then, of course, you have some advanced options, but we'll not be looking at that. Just important that you can say match entire cell content. Very important. Because if you have OF, if you have different characters and you have OF in the middle, it can take out the OF and let's say, let's think of it this way. Let's say spoof, for example. So it can take the last OF and you see spoof line. Do you get so? But if you say match entire cell content, you're saying it should just be OF. Okay. Replace using special character, no different things, just a few options to know. Alright, we'll close the advanced option. We're good. Click OK. Click OK. And you see, of course, it's replaced it in that column. By default, if you right click and we do the replace value thing, it does a transformation. Okay, it transforms it inside the. Look at this, we barely can find a particular the replace values option here, but when we go to transform, we'll look at it on the column, text column. Where is it? Yeah, under any column, you see replace values there. So next thing for us, if we click on the drop down, we now have offline and ON. So give that a shot and correct it. You can take a pause now, pause the video, and do it quickly yourself. All right, good. And if you see that, you see we have offline. So I want to right click again and do replace values. I will say this time on will be online, and then we'll click OK, and boom, we have that just like that. So it has replaced the value for us. We now have what's it called? We now have replace values offline and online. So give it as a challenge. See if you can make these two steps into one. Just feel free. The worst that can happen is that something will go wrong and then you just delete the step. So if you do it successfully, or that's not the word, you will do it successfully. So when you do it successfully, do not leave a comment in the comment section of this particular video. Share how you did it. Let others learn from you. They like what you're doing as well. Do not also leave your idea or share your thoughts in the Telegram channel as well. Link is in the description below. Okay, so this is what we have, the tool out there. What else do we want to do? Now, replace value. So we can say, for example, rename, replaced on with, this is of with offline, and then this will be rename, replaced on with online. Oh, if that's not grammatically correct, you can put it as you feel it's grammatically correct. And what did we do here? Extracted, right? So do not rename this. So go ahead, rename it. What did we do? We extracted the first two characters from the ID, which is meant for the sales channel. All right, all the best with that. Okay, so this is the first feature engineering thing we did. Now you can see it's coming nicely. So if you have been intimidated by Power Query before, you can see it's just as simple as what we have been doing so far. Nothing serious. The same way you have it in Power BI, you also have it in Excel. So you can do well to go back to Excel and give it a shot as well. Okay. All right. So we're good. We've extracted all we need from here. Let's move on. Date. Nice. All right, before we go on, before we look at other things, what about we move this to, let's move it forward. You can just left click and drag, okay? So you keep going, you drag all the way until we see where we want to drop it. So I probably want to drop it, let's say, after ship mode, okay? I just want to drop it here. Oh, okay, now it's saying, oh, it might affect the next query, it might break it, this and that, because I clicked on that particular step while I'm doing this. So I'll cancel it. So cancel it and click on the last one. Then go again and drag it. All right, I want it just here, right here. So I'll drop it there, and boom, that's moved. Says reordered columns. So you can rename that as well. Move sales channel to ship mode, or from any good description that fits in well. You can do that. Okay. So we have the order date and ship date. What can we do from this? We might want to determine how fast orders are processed. From the day the order was placed to the day the order was processed and shipped. So when we look at processing days, and from there we can create new columns as well and decide whatever it will be. Okay. Now everything we're doing so far we can do with DAX. What is DAX? Data analysis expression. But we'll bring to light when you should use DAX and when you should not. Okay, something like that. Or when Power Query is preferable. That's what I mean. So these two, we probably, let's say I want to get the difference between these two dates, right? I want to get the difference between these two dates. What Power Query option can help us do that? All right, because unlike Excel, we cannot just go to a place and put equals to and then start writing codes. We're inside Power Query, okay? So we can only use the let me put it that way, we can only use basically the options we have here, right? But when we close out of Power Query, we can now start writing DAX and with more flexibility and all of that. So we have order dates, ship dates. We want to get the difference between the two dates. Do not forget that we have a date column earlier. Can that get us something? These are the options we have. Age, that means how many years, start of the year, end of the year. You see all of those things. You can get the name of the month, quarter of the month. All of those things are very, very nice that we can do directly, but this is not what we're looking for. So let's go back. Let's go to add column, because it's going to be a new column, right? It's going to be a new column. So we have columns from example, we have custom columns, we have invoke function, we have conditional columns where we can say if this then that. We have index column that can easily number our data if you don't have serial numbers in that column. We have duplicate column, says create a new column that duplicates the value of the current one if you want to duplicate columns, right? So we have all of that. We can also remove duplicates, rows and all of that from all of this place. So rows, remove duplicate rows and all of those things. Important things to know, right? Those are things you probably want to do. You want to check if your data has duplicates. You want to remove the duplicates and all of that. But let's go to how we can get this done. So if we explore these options, let's say for example we say column from examples, and note that now this is something like I'm intimidating at first, because all the columns are checked, and if I click on this column, I click inside, because all my columns are checked, so it will suggest what I can get from individual columns that are checked. You can see that I have a lot of options. But if I start unchecking and unchecking, and I go back here, I'll see just a few options. But that's not what we want to do. Let's look at custom columns. Right, we just want to look at custom column. I will call this processing days or days of processing, processing days order, processing order days. Just say processing days. Let's keep things simple. So you can see here we can write a formula now. So the question is, can we write dated if? Oh, let's see. Date diff. It's not showing up. So what do we do instead? It's very simple. We don't have to stress much. We can just say order date. Okay. Click on it. Click on insert. And then you do minus. I think it's the other way around, right? But yes, let's just see. If we get negative, we'll do back minus ship date. Very easy. So it's no syntax error. Let's hope so. I'm gonna get negative. Okay, I'm getting negative values. Right. So that will be the other way. So let's edit it directly from our M code, since we now have some flexibility with it. So we'll do this, ship dates, Control X, and put it here, Control V, and take that out, put the minus, and put it back, okay? And then we'll do enter. And yes, we're now having it in the proper format, but it's not showing as days. It's more like a timestamp and all of that. So what can we do? We'll now click on this. Okay, we're on add columns. So let's go back to transform. Then go to this place and click on durations. You know why we're going back to transform? So that it doesn't create a new column from this. I'll just click on days. Alright, so you can now see it has changed it to what? To days. That's changed it to days for us. And what did it do if you look at it? It changed the data type to what? To integers. So let's see if we do that directly ourselves. It's going to work. Currently is on general. So if we say integer, that's all numbers. Let's see what it looks like. And boom, that's all it did. That is all it did for us. So let's stick to what it did for us. And click on duration and click on days. So it's now saying integer int 64. That's the type of this column now. So I'm able to create a new column as well. We have different days. We can now create some conditions that based on this particular days, if the processing days is up to these days, then it's probably slow. Or if it's this, it's probably fast. If it's this, it's this. Then we can now compare that to also the ship mode. You can see that it just keeps getting more interesting. Now, okay, does the processing days have anything to do with the ship mode? Is there a correlation between them? No, things like that, which is very nice to explore. All right, so we have this already. And let's go back again. Processing days. Let's now drag it forward. As usual, it should not be at the end, because it jumped to the end does not mean it should be at the end. So we can drag it forward, and it should be right after the ship date. Okay, so that'll be before the ship mode, just like this. So just to show you, we'll not be doing that inside Power Query, but just to show you, we can go to home and add columns and say conditional column. So here is where we now do our if this. So if the processing days is greater or equal to, right? So you see it's greater or equal to this, then do this. So, or to this value, let's say for example 5, then what should the output be? So you can add more, okay, add clause, else if, until all the way to the else. So consider this the ifs command in Excel or nested if. So one of the two, it's similar. Okay, so we'll not be doing that inside Power Query here. I believe we are almost satisfied. Let's just check to be sure that we don't have any new thing we want to do. So we have done this: processing days, ship mode, sales channel, good, customer ID, product. We already have the product category, so we don't need to extract it from here. All of this office, tech, and furniture, we don't need it because they're already right here. Furniture, office supplies, and technology, right? So let's go back. So we're good so far, and looking at what we have, we're perfect. So for customer, we're okay. No, we've looked at customer before. We're on sales. Yeah, let's go back to sales. Right. So everything seems perfect. Sales, quantity, profits. For now, we're good. With everything we have right there. Now we can now finally close. Go back to the home. Of course, we did not explore all of the Power Query options. If we explore them, you probably forget some of them. The most important thing is that you know how to change data type. You know how to rename your steps. You can delete the steps. Go back to the previous one. Edit the M code minimally. Don't get too excited, okay? Minimally. But it's not advisable you do it until you have worked with it for so long and you're now comfortable with it. So just instead of doing it yourself, just do the transformation directly. The code will generate. You don't have to edit the code yourself. But if you're comfortable with it, do want to give you a shot. It's worth it. Okay. And what else? Very important things. We can see column profile. Majorly the important things we need to know. We can now know, or we have now done, or we now know. So yes, we can now close and apply. Then wait as usual. Just wait. So it won't take too long as it were. You just have to wait for a while and then let it load up. In 3, oh, okay. Start loading already. Alright. Working on it. It says contain error, that particular sales. Click on view. And then all you have to do is don't do anything. Just close and apply again. And the error will be gone. The error is best dealt with from the sales 2022 because that's where it is coming from. It's just reloading these errors that we have already. See, so it's reloaded this error again. So we apply some transformation on that column. So if we delete this query, let's say we delete this query. All right, gone. Go back to sales 2022 and remove, I think, the last row, right? Probably want to remove the last row. Let's go. It's almost there. Is it almost there? We're going 700. So let's reload again. 600, 650, 700. Let's go. Oh, we're not going 700, we're going 7,000. So let's just go and let's say remove errors if we have any error. Okay. So let's delete this. Delete this error. Delete the error, the connection, the error query. Delete this one in append as well. Delete it. Yep, we don't want any errors. So let's delete this delete group. Delete this as well. Delete group. It's not doing anything for us. This is also empty. No, delete group. Okay. All right, looks more cleaner now. So let's close and apply and wait. Don't worry, to apply, you don't need to click on this. Just wait for it. It's going to apply the changes by itself. So it's not boom. Everything is now okay and perfect for us to use. All right. And yes, I know you're excited. You want to jump into the start creating charts, dashboards. All of those things will come. Okay, just relax. It's gonna come. But for now, let's look at the model view and not in this video. So let's understand cardinalities, relationship models, and all of that. So we can understand the one to many, many to many, many to one with examples that you can relate with. Okay. So for that and more, I'll see you in the next video.